Yo, what you been on? Look, before you do anything, I'm gonna need you to subscribe right now. Press that subscribe button for me. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. I need your support, so press it right now. I'm waiting. You press it yet? Bet. You ain't press it? Press it. No. Listen, man. Hold up, this video is overly blurry. Man, my camera stopped focusing on me right, so enjoy this footage of space or something. I don't know. Today, I'm going to be talking about why bad stuff have to happen and how karma works. So, first of all, people don't realize that in this third dimensional realm, it is all about duality. It's all about balance. So there has to be good and there has to be bad. There can't just be good and there can't just be bad. In this type of dimension, one can't exist without the other. You can't be good if there's nothing bad to compare it to. You get what I'm saying? You can't have bliss without depression. You know what I'm saying? You can't have happiness without sadness. If you didn't even know what sadness was, how could you measure happiness, right? So the way that karma works is it's about the energy that you put out. Karma and the law of attraction are basically the same thing. So whatever you put out is what you get back. Whether or not it was long ago or it just happened, you're gonna get your energy returned back to you, whether you like or not. And if you don't get it right now in this form, you're gonna get it in the next form. So it's better to just get rid of all of the bad energy and just to clear those things before we pass on to our next life, because we don't want to carry these things with us, right? So when bad stuff happens to us as a result of energy that we put out, it is actually good. It is actually a good thing when we go through these bad things, because it's a way for us to get rid of that negative energy that was meant for us. Once we go through it, we have a chance to learn our lesson. And if we learn our lesson from whatever experience that our soul was trying to show us through, we'll be able to advance and go on to the next thing. We won't have to deal with these same problems. If you're going through the same problems over and over and over again, I want you to go to my video titled Be Happy Again. I speak more about how to get yourself out of the cycle and out of the rut of going through the same problems over and over and over again, and how to finally stop those things from happening, how to finally learn the lesson your soul was trying to teach you the whole time so it can be ended. Now, with that being said, any negative thought that you've had, any negative intention, anything that you've said about anyone else, whatever energy that you put out must be returned back to you. So you first have to know that everything is your fault. You can't place blame on anybody. Even if somebody does you wrong, they're going to receive their karma back, but they were actually performing their job in your life in that moment, which was to make you go through a certain experience to get you to learn something. Every bad experience that we go through was meant to learn something. And if you did not learn what your soul had in store for you, then you will have to continue to go down that negative road. But we don't want to do that anymore. We understand that karma is a very real thing and that the energy that you put out is what you receive. So why not just put out good energy? Why not let go of those grudges on people so other people can let go of their grudges on you? Why not forgive so other people can forgive you? Why not love so other people can love you? If you haven't been receiving enough love, the first step to getting more love is by giving out love. If you haven't been getting enough money, the first thing that you should do is think about how you can be charitable, how you can give to others. Because once you give to others, you will receive that tenfold. People think that this is just jokes. Like, people may believe it, but then when it comes down to actually putting out the energy that they want to return, it's as if it's not real anymore. It's always real. Whatever you do to others, you're liable to have that done to you. And if not that specific thing, you're liable to have that specific type of energy that you put out, in whatever intensity that you put it out, will be returned back to you. If you intentionally made someone feel a very negative vibration because they attracted that to them, eventually you're gonna have to feel that same vibration that you put onto them. Whatever you put out is what you get back. So what you need to put out is everything that you want to receive. Everything that you want to receive back from the world that you aren't getting enough of, you must go and do first. Now, it is impossible to not put out any negative vibrations, but it should be put to a minimum. These things that we do, we have to be very self-conscious that everything that we do to others, we should treat it as if we were doing those things to ourselves, because that energy will be returned back to you. There's no doubt about it. Other times, bad things happen and it's for a better purpose, a bigger purpose. Sometimes something may happen to you not so just for you to learn from the experience, but for you to share that experience with other people so that they may learn from that experience. Timing is very divine. For things to happen the way that they do, it has to be very specific timing. That timing is very divine and is for a purpose. It's for a reason. What you want to do throughout the day is think about the reasons of why some things could be happening to you, or the reason or what lessons could be learned from the things that's happening around you. If you put out a lot of negative energy for a lot of years in your life, and then you finally turn your life around and you realize that you want to live better, and bad things continue to happen to you, that is supposed to happen. Because karma is not always instant. Most of the time it's not. Most of the time it takes time for it to go and come back. That's the way energy works. Energy, for the most part, doesn't usually just go and then come right back. It usually goes and gradually returns back to you until you get exactly what you put out. So you want to be very careful about the energy that you're putting out into the world. If you're only putting out love and caringness, then that is what you will get returned. But if you are giving out deceitfulness, if you're giving out dishonesty, if you're stealing, if you're lying, if you're cheating, all of that energy will be returned back to you. And if you think you got away with it in this life, it's gonna be returned to you in the afterlife or in your next form. So why not just put out exactly what we would like in return? Now, of course, there are more reasons to why bad things have to happen. And us as humans will never know exactly what's going on because our consciousness is not at that level yet. But you must know that karma is a very real thing. And to get over your karma, you have to counteract and counterbalance all the negativity that you put out. Counteract it with positivity. If you're not getting enough positivity, that means that you weren't giving out enough positivity. Just as very amazing things happen to you, very horrible things happen to you as well. There are people in this world who have been living a horrible lifetime, however long their life may be. And there are also people who come here and they live a majority amazing lifetime for however long that may be. There are people who had all of the odds stacked against them and they prevailed over people who had everything running for them. There are people who had all the odds in their favor, yet they failed worse than people who were worse off than them. Anything is possible and life goes on. If your past life was spent in a way in which you have to live through that karma, then you will experience this. If you lived your life in a way in your past life where you proved yourself, then that will put you in a better place on the earth realm here. And it also depends on where your soul feels that it has to be for the correct spiritual progression at a rate that it is comfortable with and thinks is the best for you. Every time we come back, there are levels. And once you pass the last level, you must make it to the next level once you get back. And your soul just keeps progressing until it makes it to the peak, which is the all and wholeness. Don't give up. Anything is possible. Don't get subscribed. With that being said, man, I hope you had a beautiful day today. I hope you go on and spread this information and love and positivity to everyone around you so that you may receive your positive karma back and turn your life around. And I'm going to talk to you next time. Bye-bye.